You're listening to the Dave and
Bek
Beck
and
Show.
Dave.
You're making this difficult. I'm Dave.
And I'm Beck.
Well, Beck, I've got some really bad news.
Oh, straight out the gate.
Yes.
You look very somber right now.
It's not good.
Oh.
It's not good.
Okay. Okay.
So the other day, I was walking down the street.
Which day was it?
It was one of the days. Like it was.
I know
like
this
Tuesday,
is hard for you
I
to
think.
know. Do you need me to say all the names of the
Maybe
days?
it was Saturday.
Okay.
It was Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Saturday.
Okay. On Saturday.
It's hard because I have PTSD about it,
Oh.
and all the days are just combined at this point.
Yeah, they're running together.
Right.
You look like you've faced some trauma.
I'm a little pale still.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like Casper.
Okay.
You're not
in and
looking
out,
good.
In and out. Okay.
Okay.
This is hard for me to talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you for allowing me to
You
be
know
your
about
safe space.
you know about Jesse and Tom, right? My goldfish.
Oh, yeah.
Figured out how to feed the goldfish now.
Yeah, and you named them.
Yeah. Well, we go everywhere together.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Where Dave is, there's Jesse and Tom.
that's right. That's right.
I think I even heard the dynamic trio said about you guys.
Maybe. I haven't heard that, but I could see it.
Was Tom on your left foot or your right foot?
Tom is on my left and
Okay.
Jesse's on my right.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, unless I put my shoes on wrong,
Okay.
it happens every once in a while.
Yeah. Daily.
Okay. So I'm walking down the street and I don't know what happened. Okay. I stepped off the curb. I was going to cross. I stepped off the curb and all of a sudden I hear a crash noise, like glass breaking.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And Tom,
Take a deep breath.
Tom
Don't say
Tom is not with us anymore.
Oh, God.
Okay. The glass broke. I stepped on him directly. Like there's no safety mechanism in these shoes to protect the fish. I didn't know that, but there isn't. So like
What did that feel like?
it felt squishy, but that's not the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I stepped on him, blood everywhere.
Oh, God.
There was this
The Walking
kid
Dead.
witnessed it happen, screaming on the streets. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. Do I pick him up? Do I put him in the shoe with Jesse? What do I do?
Do you give a fish mouth to mouth?
No, you don't give fish mouth to mouth. That's gross. Plus, I stepped on him. He's bloody. Anyway, it was a very traumatic experience. I called 911. Ambulance came. I don't understand what's so funny. This is
This is hard.
an important moment for me.
Yeah. The ambulance came for the dead fish.
No, came to rescue the fish. They're not coming. If
sorry.
it was dead, I wouldn't have called 911. It was hanging in there. Tom is a fighter. Anyway, he didn't make it.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do in this moment? I walked over to console the child. The parent didn't want me near it.
It meaning the child.
I don't know if it was a boy or girl. It was hard to tell.
And
I
where's
said, "Hey, she."
what about Jesse?
What?
About your fish, Jesse. How's Jesse doing?
I don't think he liked Tom. Everyone knew I favored Tom. Everyone knew.
Yeah.
Jesse was a little jealous.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I begin to wonder if Jesse had something to do with it.
Yeah, tripped you when you were stepping off the curb.
All I can say is that when I took that step, my right foot, I felt a little bump.
Yeah.
And it made me twist my ankle a little, and I smashed down on the glass.
Yeah. Did you fall like all the way down?
Well, so you know how like
Do you think there's traffic footage of this? Asking for a friend.
there.
I mean, I'm not going to submit it on YouTube or anything, but if I saw it on YouTube, I would for sure tell you about it to make sure it was taken down.
I mean, I hope not, because no one should have to live through that experience.
So Jesse is still alive, or we have one goldfish still?
So about that. So after Tom's
unfortunate accident.
yeah,
In the
I couldn't look at Jesse anymore.
arms of
I couldn't look at him.
an
I felt like he had something to do with it. So I did what every person does when they're getting rid of a goldfish. I
You ate, you ate it.
I ate them.
Oh. Well,
That's what I grew up with.
you
My
grew
mom
up
told me
eating
that
goldfish.
if you don't want your goldfish, you don't want to eat it. And I said, fine. And I ate it.
You just swallowed him whole?
No, you little salt pepper. There's a little meat on them.
All
And
right,
that's
the
why
fish,
that's how I get rid of every one of my pets now.
you eat them. Okay, so the fish are no longer with us, and you're having a hard time with that. I
Thanks for
am sorry.
wrapping it up real fast with
No.
my traumatic experience.
I'm not.
Like you act like you don't even care.
I do care.
I didn't get a letter or I'm sorry you don't feel good about this.
Because
kind
I
of
didn't
thing.
know about it till right now. As soon as the show wraps up, I'll write you a letter.
No, I don't want you to write me a letter. It's too late.
It's too late to apologize.
You owe me like big for this now.
Oh.
I'm talking like you need to plan like a trip. Hawaii.
Hawaii,
maybe?
sure. There are a lot of fish in Hawaii, though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
see?
want to, traumatize you again. I feel like you
It's
need to go
okay.
somewhere just like really cold. I'm going to send you to Minnesota in the dead of winter. You could stay with my aunt. Oh, for freak's sake, Dave.
Stop.
It would welcome you.
No.
Come right in.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, I sure hope
I'll-
that PETA never hears
I'll
this
let you off
episode.
the hook this time. Yeah. I'm really glad that they didn't hear about this because it could have been much worse.
It wouldn't have been good for your brand, now that we're just building
Yes.
this.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how they feel about goldfish in shoes. But I'm gonna
Probably
go-
not good.
Yeah,
I'm going to
assuming
clue you in on that. Probably not good.
They probably would be pretty mad at me.
Yeah.
I don't know what actions they would take, but
Well, against a celebrity, probably a lawsuit.
oh,
Yeah.
on the
it's hard.
goldfish's behalf.
Yeah. It's hard to be a
I
celebrity
mean,
and
that
a
goldfish
trendsetter.
wouldn't have been able to afford a damn lawyer if it wasn't for Peter. Not to worry about all that crap.
So, moral of the story is: are you still going to dress in these kind of famous clothes? Or are you going to?
No,
What's next? Are you going to wear a tiger
but I can't wear the
belt, or-
shoes anymore because there's one that's broken and
Clearly, and then the other
there's
one
no warranty.
was eaten.
What?
Nothing.
When you're hungry and you have goldfish,
Yeah.
it makes sense. So.
Yeah. 2 + 2 is 4. Why don't I eat this goldfish?
Well, anyway, I need to get through this, so let's just move on before I
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that nightmare anymore.
please.
Speaking of nightmares, actually, do you dream?
Yes,
You do?
I do.
Yeah.
I go to sleep and I dream. Human, being human.
Do you like remember your dreams though?
Yeah, I remember a lot of them, but only for like a brief time after I wake up. Like I don't like grab onto them and remember after. Like if you ask me like, hey, what did you dream about when I first wake up?
Yeah.
I would be able to tell you at least an idea.
Oh.
But like after I take my shower in the morning, no, I forget.
Yeah. After those 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember nightmares?
I remember a nightmare that I used to have a lot when I was a kid.
Oh.
It was the same nightmare.
Really? A
Yeah.
reoccurring one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was, I was being chased in my neighborhood, my neighborhood that I grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
by this dark creature that had like sharp nails.
Oh.
And I would always be running and he'd always get me like in the backyard of my neighbor's house and he would scratch my back and I'd wake up every time. That's the
Yeah,
only nightmare I really remember.
It's weird because I didn't actually ask for the details. I
Oh.
was just wondering if
See,
you
see, what's weird is
If you ever
you
had
did that
them.
pause, like, oh, you have, and you did that pause, like, I should keep talking about this.
Oh.
I was reading you like I should tell you my nightmare.
I didn't need to know.
Oh,
I dream a lot though. I have a lot of I'm a very active dreamer.
okay. Well, I don't want to pause too long because I don't want you to think I care.
I actually read a study the other day that talked about what women and men typically dream about. Do you want to hear this?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So it said that women typically dream about 3 different things. Either small creatures like snakes or spiders.
Okay.
We dream a
Is
lot
this
about
nightmares or dreams?
nightmares.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me differentiate that. These are nightmares that women have versus men.
Okay.
Or just dreams, actually. I guess these ones are.
Because a lot of people
Women have more nightmares, I feel like, than they do dreams, maybe,
Why?
in this study.
Did it say that? Or are you just adding that? Because that's funny how studies work. You're not supposed to add stuff.
Okay, when I say study, I saw this on TikTok, okay? I didn't read an article.
Oh.
Anyway.
So
women.
This is TikTok.
It was from a reputable source.
Okay.
Women often have nightmares or dream about small creatures like snakes or spiders losing our teeth. I've personally, actually, I feel like I've had a couple of those dreams, but I have a lot of friends
about
that.
losing teeth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, stop trying to steal stuff from women.
Sorry.
Let us have this.
Well,
and then the other thing is the most common reoccurring dream is being chased.
Okay. What about men?
Men dream about flying.
I've had that.
Meeting a stranger.
Meeting a stranger.
And then also finding money or coming into wealth.
Oh, I have had a lot of those.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that proves you're a man.
Well, thank you for that study, Jesse from North Carolina. Keep up the good work at pretending to be a scientist.
No, I mean, I did think that was interesting, though, because I have a lot of night terrors about being chased or kidnapped. I have a lot of kidnapping nightmares.
Do you know what went into that study?
What?
Jesse called up her friend, Bob.
Does everybody in your life named Jesse?
I was just...
Are you a huge Jesse McCartney fan?
No.
J-Mac, Beautiful Soul?
Who?
J-Mac, Jesse McCartney. I don't want another pretty face. You know that song.
Oh, I do know that song, but I didn't know that was the singer. No.
Sometimes it's hard to like be in the same room as you.
I agree. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So,
something about someone
Jesse
named Bob.
called up Bob and it's like, hey, Bob, what did you dream about last night? Money. What else did you dream about? Oh, one time I dreamed about flying. Okay. Anything else? One time I dreamt about whatever that third thing was. and then she's like, okay, and I dreamt about these three things, so I'm going to make this a study. Good job. Mm-hmm. That's TikTok.
What that was sexist because apparently
Jesse's
a woman.
Oh, was it a man who did it?
I'm just saying. But
so it was a woman.
In your scenario that you just explained, it was a woman called a man.
Look,
I'm not said a few
sexist.
things.
I'm not trying to be sexist.
Well,
but women tend to come up with these dumb studies.
It's a true thing. You yourself, as I read off the list, said
really
you dreamt those. Do you believe in deja vus? Like, have you ever experienced those? The other day, I had a really intense one because they just happen so randomly. But I had been at a concert with my very good friend Anna, and we were waiting for our Uber to come pick us up.
Okay.
And I looked over, and it was like all of that I felt like I had already seen before, and I remember dreaming about, and I remember waking up thinking like that was so weird. It was like I experienced it twice.
It was like you experienced the same thing twice. What was it?
Just standing in the field waiting for the Uber.
Oh,
and I remember like glancing over and then seeing this line of porta potties, and I was like, whoa.
Oh.
It felt like I had already taken that in at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I've had deja vu moments happen.
It makes me wonder if I'm a time traveler.
Well, I mean, I would normally disagree.
But you think I might be?
But it could be true if, it could be true.
Do you think time travel exists?
No.
Wait, you just said you thought.
I said it could be true.
Yeah.
Like Santa Claus could be true.
Santa Claus.
There's a lot of things that could be true.
Unicorns.
The Easter Bunny. Unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
Leprechauns at the end of rainbows. Could be true.
Yeah.
Probability slow. This is pretty low. But
do you think that you're dead set against no one time travels, you don't think? You don't think there's like a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? You probably get that reference because you're so old. But you remember that movie, Bill and Ted? And then they went in the phone booth and then they time travel?
Yeah, I don't think that happens.
You don't think so?
Let me ask you this.
How did I live that moment twice?
What version of time travel? Are we talking time travel like you go back in time, you can change the future? Or time travel like like a Marvel thing, like you enter a different universe.
Like dimension? No. That's definitely not real. I feel like time travel, though, like just regular, like you jump back to Thursday or you skip a few years ahead. Just like normal time travel, David.
So let me ask you this.
There's no multiverses.
If that was time travel,
yeah,
and that deja vu moment was actually you traveling back in time and filling that void,
yeah,
what happened that made you say, I better go back to this moment?
Maybe it was just because I had so much fun I wanted to relive it.
No, because the deja vu moment wasn't being at the concert. It was the moment where you're waiting for the Uber.
No, maybe it's just because I had such a great day with my friend Anna that I was just like, let me relive it again.
The Uber ride?
No.
We're waiting for the Uber. Did Anna have a good joke?
I can't tell you, that's private.
Because, I mean, I would think like the deja vu moment would be the moment that you remembered before. So that would be the moment that you're like, oh, this happened before.
I just feel like deja vus are so bizarre because it's like you already lived it. How does that work?
Well, it's probably because you didn't already live it.
But I like remembered it. Are you saying you've never experienced a deja vu that would like stopped you in your tracks where you're like, I have definitely experienced this?
I've had deja vu moments where I'm like, I feel like this happened before, but I don't go like,
you don't think about it.
I must have come back from future.
Well, I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying I'm a time traveler. I'm just not eliminating that idea.
Like you could have gone the Matrix route and thought this was like
I've never seen that. Is that the movie with the pills?
It's not based around pills.
It's
takes
like
two pills. He takes one pill that makes him open his eyes.
Okay, so it is based around pills. It starts by taking a pill.
No, it doesn't. It's not like that at all. I can't even explain it to you, and I'm frankly offended that you never seen it.
Were you in it?
I was not. I almost
You were
had
the understudy?
I almost had a shot.
You were headshot?
I almost had a shot at it.
Oh.
I was close. I went for it, and anyway.
You made it to the final cut. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get through.
Anyway, deja vus are just crazy. Kind of like conspiracy theories. Do you believe in conspiracy theories?
I do not.
In any?
Well,
okay,
no.
But
I mean, I don't know. See, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that.
Please tell me the thing.
Okay, I think that conspiracy theories they've already been proven to not be true.
No.
Or they wouldn't be called conspiracy theories.
No, okay. So do you believe in theories? Because like Michael Jackson is 1,000% alive. I would literally bet your life on that.
Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Where do you get that from?
He's alive. Have you ever looked into this? I've done like a deep dive, like a rabbit hole.
Oh, God.
I truly believe that Michael just didn't want fame anymore. And he had a hard life. He wanted to be out of the spotlight. And literally the only way to do that was to fake his own death.
See, you went to Graceland 5 times.
I did.
And there's people who think that Elvis was
they're
alive.
Stupid because he's definitely not alive, unfortunately.
How do you know that? Is it his age at this point? Or
no, I think he'd be like in his 80s probably. But he wouldn't have left his daughter.
He wouldn't have left his daughter. Well, Michael Jackson has kids.
Yeah, but that's why they're still turning out fine because they know that he's also alive. He spends time with them. 1,000%. So I feel like Elvis's daughter, Lisa Marie, has had just a rough life now. And I don't think she would be going through as many things as she's gone through if her dad was still alive. I think she went through a lot of trauma when he died. That's why he for sure is still dead. Michael Jackson, still alive.
Okay, so can you just tell me what parts of evidence make
of course, I would.
Besides
I'm
just
so happy
shooting
you
out
asked.
in the sky and saying,
no, I'm so happy you asked.
I think he's alive.
So there's these videos. Okay, so Michael was taken in an ambulance from his home when he was still alive. They were trying to revive him or whatever. And then there's this video that someone took. They followed the ambulance. And you can see Michael walking into the hospital. I mean, you don't necessarily see his face, but you can tell it's him by like what he's wearing and stuff. And then there's all these pictures of people that look, well, this one guy who looked like Michael who attended the funeral. And if you watch like this compilation video on YouTube, it talks about and it shows a bunch of people that were at the funeral and the ones that were closest to him, and a lot of them didn't look very sad. They're kind of laughing and stuff. It's because they know he's alive. He's just, spending time with his family out of the limelight.
Okay, so let me beat down every one of those. Okay. All right, the first one.
Yeah.
Of the quote unquote video.
Yeah, it's
showing
real.
someone that you don't get the face. It doesn't even matter.
No.
Even if you got the face, I wouldn't believe it. Let me tell you why. Because in today's day and age, it is so easy to make that crap up.
First of all, that was like 15 years ago.
The video.
It's not today's day and age. It's 15 years ago.
When did the video show up?
Like 15 years ago, the day it happened.
Why is it not a bigger deal then?
Because people are trying to hide it.
Okay, I don't know if I believe that. All right, next. What was your other one? He has kids that they're happy.
Yeah,
that was your other one.
No, I think I said, he was there's a person that looks a lot like him, but like some facial work done. at the funeral. There's pictures.
That's not unusual. There's a lot of like Elvis impersonators, so it could be a Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but I would look right at them and I'd be like, "You're not Elvis."
Oh, yeah. Well, because Elvis
there is
dead.
no fooling me.
Because Elvis is dead.
Yes, we've got over this. Yes.
So
Elvis is
why
dead
wouldn't you
and
look at
Jay
the
alive.
Michael Jackson one and be like, that you can't be Michael Jackson? He's dead.
Because I know in my heart of hearts that Michael Jackson's alive. And honestly, I feel like a ton of, we shouldn't have a ton of press on this anyway, because clearly he wanted out of the limelight. I'm just saying that you can't fool me. What do you mean?
Well, like, what is he doing for money now? If I'll tell you this much.
His estate, I guess.
He ain't working at a Starbucks. Because people be like, what the freak is that? That man had so much plastic surgery.
I feel like he's just retired somewhere.
No, you can't be just retired somewhere. That's not how it works. He has no money.
There was another sighting of him, I think, in like Mexico.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The things you learn about people.
Michael Jackson's alive. There's also, do you know Avril Lavigne, the singer?
Chapter 8. Remember to ask your co-host if they believe in any wacky conspiracy theories.
This isn't wacky, David. Elvis being alive, wacky. I'll give you that. Michael Jackson being alive, not wacky.
Do you really believe this?
Yeah. I think Michael Jackson's alive.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of like, this one's a stranger. It's like people say that Avril Lavigne is dead and there's a different Avril Lavigne that came to be. That one I don't believe.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That one's crazy.
So in that one, realities come back to you. Do you believe in other conspiracy theories?
The Michael Jackson one I feel like is the biggest one. Other ones I feel like they just don't have enough supporting evidence. I have to see supporting evidence.
Supporting evidence? That you saw a video?
Like Leah Michele, the Glee actor, there's a conspiracy theory going around that she can't read. I don't think I believe that.
Why is that even a conspiracy theory? Who cares?
I don't know. I think someone just like starts them. Are there no conspiracy theories that you believe?
No.
Like, do you believe in aliens?
That's not a conspiracy theory.
I feel like it is.
No, that's just...
That's not proven.
No, it's not a conspiracy theory. Is like something that happened and you're saying that the conspiracy is covering it up.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? So like that's just a belief. Like,
I have a friend whose mom believes that Joe Biden is not the real Joe Biden.
Well...
I don't really believe that one either.
Any of these.
Really?
Like, I feel like...
I think that you need to do a deep dive on Michael Jackson and get back to me.
I think that people have got too much Hollywood in them.
They have too much Hollywood in them?
Yeah, like to believe this stuff. Like they want to believe in something exciting. Like in it, and even though all the evidence points otherwise, just believing in that exciting moment just kind of makes you want to...
But I feel like Michael Jackson being alive is not like an exciting moment.
It's just if like, you're right.
I mean, that is true.
Right.
There are conspiracy theories out there that are potentially true. You have to at least agree with me on that point. There are potential conspiracy theories that are true.
I don't know if I agree with that. But
you have to, because I just said you have to agree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what. Last episode we did a 2 truths and a lie.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Best friend version.
And I nailed it because I'm really good. I know people like pretty much everyone. So I decided to do a 2 truths and a lie for you.
Shut up.
Because I felt like
the bestie game. I'm gonna know you so well. It's
not the bestie game. It's just 2 truths and a lie.
The bestie version.
Okay. So here you go. You ready?
I am. Okay.
All right. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
I am originally from outside the Philadelphia area. That's number 1. Number 2.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
No, not in Philadelphia. Outside the Philadelphia area. Not the Fresh Prince.
Okay.
I am married with 2 kids. Okay. And my third one is I am so happy to be here doing this podcast with you. And I'll give you a hint. I do have 2 kids and I am married. And I was originally from outside the Philadelphia area. Those are the truths.
You're supposed to give me a chance to guess?
Well, I didn't want you to get this one wrong because it's kind of important.
David, the game is supposed to be 2 truths and a lie, not 3 of your ultimate truths, you silly goose. You gotta come up with a lie.
Silly goose. No, this is 2 truths and a lie. Which one's the lie? I'll read it one more time. Okay, I'm originally from outside the Philadelphia area. I am married with 2 kids. Uh-huh.
And you hate doing a podcast.
The third one is I'm so happy to be here doing this podcast with you. Which one's the lie?
There are no lies. You're like Santa Claus. You can't even tell a lie.
Oh.
Or Pinocchio.
Well, You just go ahead and put that in with your conspiracy theory world, and we'll move on. Okay.
Hey, did you see that the Harry Potter guy died?
Who?
He played the one with the beard.
Yeah. The guy, he played the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Like the giant ogreish kind of guy.
Yeah. Not ogre. Not ogre. Ogres are green.
It's a shame. It's a shame he died. I do feel bad that he died as a person.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you mean? What other way?
Well, like his character in Harry Potter. Well, really, the Harry Potter movie's not a big fan, but his character.
Of the movies?
Yeah.
Or of him in the movies?
No, the movies themselves were terrible.
Oh, I've never seen
But his character was kind of just like.
I thought he was supposed to be like the lovable one that like takes care of Harry.
You never saw the movies?
No, never read the books either. We weren't allowed to as kids.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like certain magic allowed, other magic not allowed. Cinderella, bibbidi bobbidi boo. We could say those spells and sing that song. But Harry Potter?
So talking mice, good.
Yeah, talking mice.
Human beings
reality.
Casting spells, bad.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It made sense. Yeah, for sure. So no, I've never seen him.
But yeah.
But I do believe he played a nice guy.
He was. Yeah, he was. I mean, his character was okay. It was just, he was kind of like a filler character, I guess. I mean, I don't know what he's like in the books. He probably has more in there. I didn't read the books, but.
Oh, you're not a big
it sucks. It
Potterhead?
sucks. I hate to hear anyone die too young. He was young.
Yeah, he was like 70-something.
I thought it was like 69 or 68 or maybe it was 70.
So when I brought it up and you were like...
At first I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Then
but now you're like, oh, right. You're like, oh, wait, I know all the details about that.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday. I think it was like Yahoo News or something.
Yeah, it was sad. So you're not a big Potterhead then? Would you dress up as one of the characters and go to a convention?
I wouldn't.
What are your takes on those conventions? Do you like Comic-Cons and stuff? Would you dress up as characters?
I mean, I think I'm to each their own kind of person. You know, people like to dress up and have fun.
But you're like
a
little bit of a nerd.
It's not me, huh?
You're a little bit of a nerd.
No, I'm not really. I mean, I enjoy watching certain things, but I'm not like, I don't like dig into the lore. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I'm not into that part.
You're not like full on.
I enjoy just the entertainment of things, but I'm not into like, oh, I need to figure out the backstory or what led to this moment or whatever, unless it's given to me in the movie.
You're not going on a deep dive.
Right. Yeah, I don't go deep. Yeah. I'm just I'm on the shallow side.
You don't go deep.
Yeah. I mean, like, teach their own. I think it's neat. People want to go and have some fun and dress up and do whatever they want to do.
Have you ever dressed up to go to a movie? Like a premiere of anything?
No.
Twilight, maybe? Team Jacob or Team Edward?
I'm not. I don't like those.
No,
movies.
you have to. Gun to your head. You're picking a Team Edward or your Team Jacob.
If I had to choose.
Yeah, gun to your head. What do you not understand about
Shoot
that?
Me. That's my choice. Just end me now.
No. Come on. Are you werewolf or vampire?
I think that in that movie, the werewolves were kind of lame.
So you're a vampire.
And the vampires were lame as well, but they weren't as lame as the werewolves.
Why can't you just, Dave? Why can't you just say that I'm on the vamp side?
Like, because it was just the movies. Like they talk. It was just bad. They talk slow. Like he talks slow. Like he's thinking about every word before he says it.
That he's deep. He's pondering. He's Edward, mysterious. Yeah. Don't pretend like you don't know. Is it Edward?
Like the only thing that was good that came out of that movie was that one actress who went off to do
Kristen
Pitch
Stewart?
Perfect.
Oh, Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
You're a Pitch Perfect fan?
Pitch Perfect was okay for a movie.
Yeah. I saw it. Guess how many times in the theater I saw it?
I don't want to guess.
No, guess.
I already don't think highly of you.
No, it's so great. First of all, it had all my favorite things. Synchronized dancing, a cappella music, hot guys.
Hot guys?
Yeah.
Who?
Jesse.
Which one's Jesse?
The one that Beck's with.
The one that who?
That Becca's with.
Becca?
Yes.
Who's Becca?
Did you see this movie? Oh my God.
Which one's Becca?
Oh my God. Anna Kendrick's. You brought up this movie.
Anna Kendrick's Becca?
Yes.
Okay, so Anna Kendrick's Becca, and the one that she's with
is Jesse.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, you think? Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I don't know.
He doesn't do it for you?
No.
Did you see all the movies?
I saw. I think so.
There are how many?
3.
Oh yeah, you have seen all of them.
Yeah. The other 2 weren't as good.
You flabbergasted me right now. I'm just.
I said the only thing that
mad.
was good that came out of the Twilight movies was that actress.
Yeah, and then you pretended to not know anything about Pitch Perfect. Hey,
No,
let me ask you a couple things. You're an old guy, much older than me,
I'm not old.
but you much older than me,
I'm like the new 30.
as opposed to the old 30.
Well, no, it's just, you know how they say, like, this age is the new this. I'm the new 30.
Oh, okay, instead of 67.
No.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I feel like because you're of an older species, you're just gonna know stuff, right?
That's true. I am wise. Is that what you're saying? I'm wise?
I'm in a roundabout way. You are an owl that I would bring a lollipop to and say, how many licks does it take to get to the center? But not because you're like so profound, just because, you know, you've been around for like a long time. Like you read the Bible to reminisce.
Wow. Wow.
So anyway, I was just thinking that I'd ask you some life questions. And
No,
you could...
I think we're done. I mean, I didn't realize I was part of the Insult Dave podcast. Let's talk about how old Dave is podcast.
A new segment. Come on.
All right, go ahead.
You know. Okay. If luggage isn't claimed, where does it go?
If
Like
this is a
lost
real
luggage.
question, or
Yeah.
is this like one of those jokes?
No,
like,
no. I'm asking
and I'm supposed
you.
to say where?
I'm
And then
asking you real questions
if
because I
luggage
feel like
isn't claimed, it goes to lost and found.
yeah, but if it's not claimed ever, what do they do with that luggage?
Well, I know what I would do with that luggage.
What?
I would look through it and figure out what I wanted. But
what do they actually do?
What they actually do?
Yeah.
I'm going to say they turn it over to the state as
To the
unclaimed property.
To the whole state?
Yeah, like there's an unclaimed property thing where you can go and look for stuff that's never been claimed.
Like a humongous lost and found?
Perhaps.
Every state has one?
I know they do it for money. I'm assuming they do it for luggage.
I had no idea.
Yeah, if you don't claim like a paycheck or something that's been around for a long time, there's a website you can go to and you can get that money.
That is crazy. See? I knew you would know stuff.
I actually got some money from it once.
If you have described something as indescribable,
hold on, what was the answer?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I thought you looked this up and you were going to like inform everyone.
These are things that I've always wondered about.
So you just are going to accept my answers as true. So I'm going to really have fun with the next one. No.
If you describe something as it being indescribable, haven't you already described it?
That's yeah, I guess I would agree with you on that.
Oh, a bald person on their driver's license, what do they list their hair color as?
Fully bald?
Yeah.
Bald.
Oh, is that an option?
I would assume so.
Oh, you don't know for sure though?
I do not know for sure.
What do you think came first? The Lifesaver candy or like actual lifesavers like that you throw out on a boat that are round like that?
The actual lifesaver that you throw out on a boat.
And then did they name Lifesaver candy lifesavers because of that?
They did.
Oh, okay. In this room, if you looked around quick, look around. How many pennies do you think could fill this room?
What? Where is this going?
Haven't you ever wondered that? Have you ever been in a room and you're
never.
like, you know, like those games that are like, guess how many M&Ms or like how many jelly beans are in this jar?
I only do those to
like you play those at like yeah, you play them at like baby showers or bridal showers or whatever.
Yeah, I do those because I want to win a prize.
Are you good at those games?
No.
Yeah, but you're like a numbers guy. Like, tell me how many pennies do you think would fill this place?
I have no idea.
Just throw a guess.
1 million.
You're wrong because I filled it with I filled the room with pennies. And
sure, I believe all of this.
Okay, my last question. This might give you PTSD though.
Uh-oh.
Do you think fish get thirsty?
Why did you have to use that? We don't use the F word right now.
I didn't know going into this that your things were going to die. I'm sorry. Okay, I won't end on that.
I'm going to skip that one because...
Okay. If you invented a country, what do you think you'd name it?
If I invented a country?
Yeah.
Do you invent countries? Or do you found them?
Okay, if you found a country, whatever.
See,
I didn't use the right word. If you found a country,
well,
Dave,
if you
what would you name it?
You could maybe invent one, I guess, right? Like
Okay.
if there's a space and like you're creating like something.
Yeah.
But what would I name it?
Yeah.
I would name it, I don't know. I don't know what I would name it.
You got nothing? Wow, that was really lame. Hey, did you see that Jimmy John's came out with a new sandwich? And it's called the like American Beefy Crunch sandwich?
I did not.
Doesn't that sound nasty? Who puts beefy crunch in a sandwich? I saw that
Jimmy
advertisement
John's.
and I was like, who came up with that and who greenlit that?
Well, they do these like what do they call them? The room with the people, focus groups.
Yeah.
They do focus groups. They probably made a couple sandwiches. I'd try one. The real question is which ones didn't make it to the menu?
No, I'm just saying like, but why would you name it the beefy crunch?
Because it's got some beefy stuff in it and it's crunchy.
That just sounds unappetizing.
Taco Bell, like half of their menu is called beefy crunch.
Yeah, but that's different. In a taco, you expect that beefy crunch. In a sandwich, I'm not expecting a beefy crunch in my sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't eat beef anyway.
Yeah, so
I'm
why are
just
you
saying if I
complaining?
did,
Are you
if I
complaining on
did.
behalf of all of us meat eaters?
Yeah, I'm just like, that seems,
You're like, I am so insulted.
yeah.
I get insulted about some of the stuff you all have to eat too.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm like, why do you call it grass, right?
I don't eat grass.
And like, why do you call it weeds?
You think I just go out to my lawn at night and I'm just,
I mean, what else do you do? I mean,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what vegetarians do. Have you been spying on me? I just go out to my backyard.
noticed
I'm
you don't
like,
have
that
much of a
tree,
lawn.
that tree looking pretty tasty. Oh my
yeah,
God.
is that what happens?
Yeah. I mean, my mouth just salivates when I go out in nature.
So like parks are like really like they're like
That's just like a
they're like-
feeding ground.
yeah
for
they're
me.
like buffets to you.
Oh my God, I can't get enough.
You're like they'll try this, little that.
Yeah.
Do you eat
Little
bugs?
Licky?
Do you eat bugs, or is that against the rules?
That
of
would be against the
vegetarian?
rules. Yeah. I
You
got to
get
read
sweet-
around them. I just love the dirt, though. for
Save the
sure.
bugs.
Yeah, save the bugs, eat the dirt. Would you being a vampire, when you go to the park, do you also think,
I would never eat a bug.
no, I'm talking about people. Bloodsucker.
What?
Because
I'm not a
you're
vampire.
a vampire.
Why?
Because you were team vampire. So obviously, ipsum facto, that means
So
you're
what
a
are
vampire.
you?
That is a personal question, David, and you are not allowed to ask me that.
Sorry, you're right. I should never have asked.
Yeah. But anyway, Twilight, it was a decent movie. You know what else was a really good movie? Rosaline. We watched this movie on Hulu. It's brand new. It's like a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. And I just thought it was like so funny and kind of adorable, and I wanted to get your take on it. So we watched it separately.
Yes.
And I dive right in. What would you rate it as?
So before we talk about that, I just want to mention that.
The text that you sent me.
Yes, I sent you a text last night, and I think it's important that everyone knows that from this moment forward, Becca will no longer be selecting movies for us to watch because this was such a bad movie.
Get out of here.
Oh my God.
The whole time I was watching it,
It
I
was-
was like, David's going to think this is hilarious.
I can't even, I felt like I was watching it on Netflix. It was that bad because I mean, Netflix just, I feel like there's so much content out there now because of Netflix and all these other places. They're just constantly making things, and it's like the race for who can make the most content. But they left out the part where the content matters, like what we're watching matters. And Netflix is notorious for this. Like almost all their movies they're just terrible.
Yeah, but this was a Hulu movie.
Right.
And it's a retelling.
Like
and
Netflix
so
makes me so mad. I felt like I had to say that.
just a
because-
little disclaimer to
Yeah,
Netflix.
it's necessary.
Yeah. It's like,
Every
screw you,
time.
Netflix. I mean, I'm still going to keep my subscription and I'm still going to keep watching. But honestly, I hope that you get coal for Christmas.
I'm hoping that they start putting out better stuff.
Yeah.
Every once
I
in a while
mean,
they
the
kiss
letters
me
that
up
you're
though.
writing every day to them probably are going to help that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because my hand is cramping. So, all right.
But just to be clear, from letter writing.
I didn't imply any other way. Becca.
So this movie, you didn't like it?
No, I did not. It was.
What
It was
didn't you
terrible.
like about it?
Okay, first-
from a scale of 1 to 10, let me tell you my
It was a
rating
1.
first because shut up.
It was a 1 on a 1 to 10.
No way.
Yeah.
This is worse than the last movie you
Okay.
reviewed.
Do Revenge was a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a 1. And the reason why it was a 1 was because I could not find a moment in this movie that I thought was funny.
You're kidding.
there wasn't a single moment that I may have, there may have been one moment where I maybe smiled or did a little like, ha. But after that, that was it. Like,
Isn't that your normal life?
No, I'm telling you, this was a bad movie.
It was so funny. The retelling, the Steve, the mailman. I loved him.
Why?
Because he was like funny.
No,
because
because
it's like it's a period piece, yet they kind of made it more modern, even in their talk and everything. And it was funny. It was funny, the whole fact of like Romeo and Juliet. Everyone knows the story, but it's like this retelling, and it's about this, girlfriend who was before Juliet.
I get it.
But it's so funny.
No.
Even the part when all the guys bring their swords out, and she's like, "Okay,
yeah, put your swords away.
Yeah,
we all know you have big swords. Put them back in your pants." Yeah.
Classic.
It's classic. Exactly. It's classic because it's been done so many times.
No.
Oh my God. I don't know how many comedy movies make a joke about something like that where guys pull something out and they're like, "Oh, put it back in your pants. Everyone knows how big it is."
Mm-hmm.
They do that. They do that all the time in those movies.
What kind of movie are you watching?
I can't think of the movies now, but
Right.
I'm just telling you, I'm sure you can point back to plenty of thoughts where you're like, "Oh, I remember seeing a movie that did something like that." Maybe not those exact words, but that whole implying thing. It's just old. Like, come up with something new.
This was something new. No one's ever told Romeo and Juliet from the...
No, the idea
Yeah.
is good. The movie was terrible.
You didn't think it was funny?
It was like
none of it?
It was like
Even with the poison thing, when she was like, "This is my plan," and the girl was like, "That is the worst freaking plan ever." And then Juliet, conks out, and she's like, "Wait, you already drank the poison?"
The reason why that's not funny is because everyone knows the story of Romeo and Juliet pretty much.
Yeah,
So you know that it's not a good plan. So it doesn't catch you off guard that Rosaline would come out and say that's not a good plan.
So you only laugh if something catches you off guard?
Yes. If someone can come up with something that's actually funny, that actually makes me think, wow, that actually took some thought, then just like, oh, let's just do this joke that everyone's, it's so easy to come up with that joke. It doesn't take any thought to come up with that joke. You just, because everyone knows the story, so you just have to keep pointing back to the things that happened and then just say something that everyone was thinking at the time.
Yeah, because then it's like,
But everyone was thinking that already. So how's that going to make you laugh if you already know that that's
But then
coming?
the whole story, like at the end, it
her
tells
whole
Romeo
character-
and Juliet differently.
Her whole character is like, I can't, like, she is just so, I don't want to put it in the term, but like, she stands for something good, but her character comes across like she's just mean.
Mean?
She is. She's mean to that guy who did nothing to her.
What, you talking about Romeo?
No, not Romeo. The one that she ends up with in the end.
Yeah.
She's mean
what
to
a
that guy.
dreamboat that guy was, too.
And he keeps coming back. I guess he's glutton for punishment, but he keeps coming back to giving her another chance.
Yeah, because he really likes her. It's like that saying, if he wanted to, he would.
He's desperate.
No, it's because he really liked her.
He said in the movie that when he showed up, he thought there'd be more people looking for a husband to wed. And she was the only one, apparently. So he was desperate because it was either that or go back to war. So he was like, well, this is my only shot. So I guess I'll keep trying.
You make this love story just sound horrible.
I'm putting the pieces together that you didn't think of.
No.
He was desperate. She was mean. There's another word, but I don't want to use it.
You're right. I forgot to put on my Dave glasses when I was watching this. Like, gotta get cynical.
No, it's supposed to be a comedy.
You don't wear rose-colored glasses. You wear
Do you know what the great thing about Romeo and Juliet is? It's
Please
not a
tell me.
comedy. It's not a comedy.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a comedy.
You didn't laugh one time.
Like I said, I think there was one moment, I just can't remember when. It was early on. Something happened, and it did make me
Were
laugh.
you rooting
Briefly.
for Romeo and
Briefly.
Juliet?
It was like when, like, ha, what?
Were you rooting for Romeo and Juliet?
Well, of course you root for Romeo and Juliet. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you know the story, and they're not breaking from the story. They're breaking maybe in the verbiage, but not the story, right? Like everything still happens except for the end.
Did you like the
Spoiler
end?
alert.
Did you like how it ended?
No, it's stupid.
What didn't you like about it? People finding love? People finding happiness? People finding their person that they're going to spend the rest of their life with?
So what did I like about the movie?
No, what did you like about the end? You didn't like anything about it?
No, I mean, it just wasn't a good movie.
If you could rewrite the ending, what would it be? Everybody dies?
No, if I could rewrite the ending, Romeo and Juliet would still follow through with what they do.
Death?
That's what happens to them.
No, it's a retelling.
No, it's bogus.
So you were telling me you wanted to watch a telling of a story that you already knew and have it end the exact same way that you remember?
The ending was the worst too, because like then she wakes up, which they had a chance to really work with that. Instead, I forget how they made her go back to sleep. Oh, she quickly kisses him and then says the part with the poison, and then she drops down again.
Yeah,
and it's like, and then the one guy's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Right?
You're smiling telling it, so I know that when you were watching it, you were like, not funny.
No, I'm thinking I'm thinking that they could have done so much more with that. Like that was a chance to do something more with it, but they didn't. That was the end of it. That was the end of the funny. Do you know what I mean? So no, I feel like it was a 1 out of 10 on the comedy level. It's not worth watching.
You take such a hard stance to this.
Look, if you give me a good movie, you know it's going to be good.
Do you know that? And honestly, when you texted me last night and said that my movie picking privileges were revoked, I only picked this one. You picked the first one. You picked Do Revenge.
Yes, because it was the first thing that showed up on Netflix, and I said, okay, let's just do this one.
Okay, well, so you got one shot and you picked a movie you didn't like. I got one shot and I picked a movie you didn't like, but like you still have your movie picking privileges.
So
explain that to me.
Right. And that's a good question.
Yeah.
So the reason why you lose yours is because there's what's called the 2-point rule. Okay?
Oh.
You have to be at level 2 or higher to not lose your privileges.
Wait, I have to be at level 2 or higher?
Everyone.
Just a person in general? How do you rate these people? Wait,
no, not people. The movie.
The movie that you picked.
You picked a 1 out of 10, so you lost your privileges. I got a 2, so I get to try again.
But I rated this higher, so how numbers work, then this is actually higher.
But you rate everything high.
No, I don't.
Give me a bad movie.
Okay.
Really, like a real bad movie that you say is bad. Movie that you've seen recently, so I don't have to think about it.
That I hated.
Yeah. Yeah. Just give me one.
Okay. Star Wars.
Yeah, see, you don't have one.
Hold on.
You don't have one.
Okay, a bad movie.
You are one of those that's like, I like every movie.
No, I don't like every movie.
People put time into this.
No, you know what I hated? You know what movie I hated? But it was a while ago that I saw it. Paper Towns.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, well, it was a teen movie.
I bet you it's a great movie, though.
No, I didn't like it.
Because I have a feeling that the movies you like are the bad ones.
Here's the thing, David. I have a hard time being like super negative and super blah, blah,
You're
blah.
like, oh, there's...
So I do. I feel like people put their time and their energy into creating art. So I'm not, as meanie pants as
it's
maybe
not
somebody
about
else.
Being meanie pants.
And here's the thing too. If I sit down and I'm entertained, well, then I'm entertained.
I felt like I was being forced to watch that movie. And the whole time I kept thinking, like, why am I doing this to myself? Do you know what I mean? It's like I just really felt miserable for 2 hours or whatever amount of time it took, an hour and 40 minutes or whatever. It was really bad. There was no funny. It was just
there was one
her
movie.
Complaining the whole time, whine.
You should have that should have been your thing. You should have been like, my people.
But yeah,
actually there was a movie I saw relatively recently that was on Netflix. I don't think it was a Netflix movie though, but Zendaya's in it and I love her. And I forget the man in it. And it's supposed to take place over one evening, and it's just about this couple, and all they do is they fight back and forth for like 2 hours, and nothing like gets resolved. That movie I didn't love.
So it's like a drama?
Yeah. It just felt very long.
Yeah, like this movie.
No, this
movie felt extremely long.
It was only an hour and a half.
It was just so bad.
And it was cute. Like you walk away and you're like, you know what? That was cute.
No, it's a comedy though. It's not a children's book or a children's movie. I know, but
you could still, movies can be cute, whether it's comedy or drama or thriller or crime or action.
I'm just saying, if you want a higher grade, I don't want a cute movie. I want a funny movie.
Okay.
If it's a comedy.
So for the next movie, give me one more shot.
You're picking the next one?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just asking for one more chance.
All right, one more chance.
And I'm going to I didn't realize that what your criteria was.
With something funny on a comedy.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah, that's...
Well, you didn't make that clear.
I understand why that could be
Here's the
missed.
thing. You didn't communicate that.
I agree.
So that's on you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's pick out a comedy. We're not looking for something that's going to make us laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You didn't put the
didn't say that.
expectation out there.
I agree.
Okay.
It's my fault.
So I'm going to pick something that's really, really freaking funny to raise me up from the 1 to at least a 2 and just give me one more shot.
Earn back your privileges.
Yeah, and earn back my
I believe in
privileges.
second chances.
Do you?
I do. I'm going to give
Everyone
you a
loves a
second
comeback
chance.
story.
Yeah.
Da,
I mean,
da, da.
this isn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's really up there.
I mean, you literally
It's
gave it a
probably
1.
a top 5 of the worst movies I've ever seen. You want to hear another bad movie just real quick?
Yeah, you're so dramatic.
It's called The Fountain.
Never heard of
It has
that.
Hugh Jackman in it.
I've never heard of it. The Fountain?
The Fountain. Terrible movie.
Is it, what kind of movie is it?
It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's time travel-ish because it's not. It's really, he's been around for like years and years and years, and he's searching for the Fountain of Youth to save his love, and
To save his love?
and he doesn't succeed. She dies, so he plants a seed, and that seed becomes her, and she becomes a tree, and then like the end is like he's floating out in space, and all that's left is the tree and him, and yeah.
All you're describing is something that is so beautiful.
Yeah, you should
Oh
watch
my
it
God.
because it's right up your alley of terrible movies.
Oh my God. His whole life purpose was to try to save his woman.
Yeah.
You're describing something that's like this magical fairy tale.
She dies of cancer. Yeah. And it's sad that she dies.
Yeah, but then she comes back.
he plants this, I forget how it works, but somehow he finds the tree of life and he lives off the tree. But like she's
the
somehow
tree of
connected
life?
to the tree. I don't
Oh my
remember how. I
God.
can't remember how it works. But
Did
yeah.
he carve their names into the
Like
side?
he was spending all this time to find a cure for her cancer, and
Yeah.
he finds it, but then she dies that day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
That is heartbreaking.
I think that's how it works.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was well written movie,
Yeah.
but it was a terrible movie. It was long. It felt forever. It was really long. And then there's a movie.
Is it because you would give up in like a day?
No, I wouldn't give up. But I wouldn't.
Like he's spending a couple months of his life on this.
But I wouldn't watch a movie about myself doing it. Okay, I would try, but I wouldn't be like, I'm going to watch my movie later. I wouldn't do that. Very boring. You get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Another really bad movie was a horror movie called Dark Water.
Never heard
That
of
was
it.
the absolute worst movie I've ever seen when it comes to the horror movies. But anyway, just real quick.
So you don't have like just movies in general that are really bad. You have it per category.
Yeah, I mean that one that you just gave me to watch last night. It's going to be in the top 5 with those. So if anyone's seen those other movies, they will understand.
Okay,
what
I
I'm
need
talking
other
about.
people to watch this movie and get back to us because it is not as bad as you're describing it to be. You are a drama queen.
No, it's really bad. And
You're
don't
you're
waste
really
your time.
bad.
Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
You've been listening to You're Making This Difficult. I'm Beck.
I'm Dave.
Join us next week.